trying to make these products without eggs? And what are they using to then replace those
in
eggs?
Bombay, then we went to New Delhi.
Tune in every week to the Kamla Show. We bring you interviews and conversations with technologists, entrepreneurs, filmmakers, and other newsmakers from in and around the Bay Area. Here's a quick peek at some of our upcoming interviews and highlights from our shows that you may have missed.
A little avatar that we call Lumo affectionately, and so he basically mimics what you do. And so as I start to kind of slouch like this, he'll actually slouch in real time. I'll get actually a vibration in the band itself that'll remind me to sit up nice and straight. So as I was mentioning before, it also tracks other things. So it'll know, say, if I stand up as an example, it will know that. Or if I start to walk, it'll know that I'm doing that. Or if I come back to the seat, sit down, and let's say I'm slouching again. It'll know all of that. And so then what we can do is tell people a lot about what they're doing. So what's their posture score been, as an example, or how much time have they spent sitting down. So 2 hours and 50 minutes today, and you can see it's still counting up because obviously I'm sitting here. How many times people have gotten up or stood up. We can track the amount of steps people have taken, and even how much sleep they get and what positions.
So what really design has now become is this differentiator which makes you stand out from all of the other products that are out there. The great thing about the Valley, of course, is, as you would imagine, we are setting a lot of the design almost role models that the rest of the world follows. So between Facebook, Twitter, Google, and all of the other companies.
What about
out
Apple?
Here. I mean, Apple's an interesting design company as well, but certainly it's a bit rare because it always had this spiritual duo of Steve Jobs and Jonathan Ive who decided what was to be designed. Most companies don't tend to be as top-down. They tend to be much more distributed. So in Google, there's no one master designer. There are actually
Google Glass. As you can see, I'm wearing Google Glass. And we have with us Sahas Katta, who did something with Google Glass and Tesla. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so this Google Glass is pretty exciting, but it's just that I think my eyes may start hurting up a bit because you're looking at one corner.
Yeah.
So Sahas, you are the founder of a company called Smart Car. What does Smart Car do?
So Smart Car is a technology for the next generation of internet-connected vehicles. So what that means is, like your cell phone, it has internet connectivity on a cellular provider anywhere you go. So what we're doing is we figured out a way to actually learn a person's driving habits, anticipate their next commute, and we can actually begin preemptively heating or cooling their car so that it's at the right temperature when they get in.
I've been working with Dean Kamen for 30 years, practically, on all sorts of other documentaries about his first robotics and Segway, which was called Ginger. And when he told me in 2006 about his work on water, I said to him, this is a story very much worth telling from the beginning to the end. Let's start shooting now and cover this. You've already been working on it for over a decade.
One way to look at it, and we definitely use technology to make food a little bit more affordable, more sustainable. That's our mission.
Okay, so one of the things that you're working on is creating eggs made from plants. Correct?
Yes, I would put it in a way where we're looking at alternate sources of protein to replace the functionality of those eggs in different applications of food.
Okay, now you sound like a software engineer. Functionality. So what you're saying is basically egg is an ingredient that performs a certain function.
Yes, it absolutely has a function in any product it has put in. In a way, every single ingredient that makes up a food product has a function, has a role to play. Take that cookie for instance, the flour in there, the sugar in there, they all have functions to perform. And egg is one of those ingredients that provides, whether it's moisture retention, whether it is providing binding, whether it's providing structure. These are the things that eggs provide. And nobody eats a cookie to eat eggs. Okay, somebody eats a cookie because it's a good tasting product. And the idea of, is it possible to take eggs out of there and put in a plant protein source that is more sustainable in the long run, that's going to be more affordable and also healthy, is the idea that we are behind. And can we do that is a question that we're trying to answer.
I love Bollywood films. And I love
No
when
way.
you dance around the tree, you know, the dance around the tree.
They no longer
They don't.
around trees.
No,
They
but
now are-
I like that generation of films, though. And but
Most
you know,
issues in the world. I have again. There's things I will not tolerate. Abuse of women and children is what it comes down to in the end. One chapter is called "It's the Children, Stupid," and it's ultimately we can focus in this world. We can all get behind the idea of letting human beings have safe environments for their families to grow up in.
You can always catch our shows on our YouTube channel.